Hello from the Hive Tribe. We are so delighted to be here with you today on what is, depending where you are in the world, is either the last day of 2025 or you could actually be in the future. So, you know, that's where you are. And we tuned in and we were thinking about how do you want to enter 2025? Going backwards.
Leave 2025. We're done. We're done. That's been a spicy 2025. We're good. Leave us. Don't do that to people.
I
Jeez.
swear, 20 has been super glitchy technically and electronics and things like that. And I was like, hell no, we won't go 2025. So apparently it's stuck in my head. I'm leaving. Okay. 2026. So how do you want to shift between the two? And I actually went to a lovely gathering yesterday, and it was really about honoring and giving reverence to her. And then also, we did a bit of a release practice. So, what did we want to release for 2020? And did the burn with that. And then we took the charcoal from that and wrote what we want to allow in for 2026. And then we burned. But one of the lovely women that was there, she's a coach, leader, one of those multi-people like us that we do work with. And she said, it doesn't actually feel in my rhythm to release it. I don't want to. And I said, okay, what if that's what you write down, that you are releasing the need to? Because actually, in the natural rhythm, this is it was 1582, and Pope Gregory, he decided to change the calendar. So it was a calendar where moving at the year April 1st to a Gregorian calendar, and it was January 1st to be to celebrate the Red Project, the giveaway beginning. So that got switched up. Some of the calendar days just not for astrological reasons, just because Hope was in the mood. It's like off with your head. One of those. So depending on your alignment with natural rhythms, with earth, with historic things, because sometimes even with historical the energy of it doesn't. So some of us are in the winter period. I'm in Costa Rica and it's 87 degrees, so but there are some who are in the winter period and they're feeling the energy of just still being in this. They don't feel like January 1st, like let's go and let's do our resolutions and that. Like the natural rhythm is not to go into that hyperdrive, and they want that. So whatever you're feeling, that's kind of what we wanted to just bring up today, and just inviting you to whether you want to party like it's the end of 2025 and the year and it's the best night ever going into the new year, or if you just want to have a real, or if you're calling them right after the
No, I love that. So I actually am in the snowy winter area. And so we were talking about actually doing a fire. And I was like, when you're talking about that, 87 degrees, oh man, my body definitely craves that. um, but no, and I love too, it's like I'm studying Chinese medicine and we get to lean so much into that lunar calendar, and their New Year's tends to be around February actually. And so I've gotten so used to celebrating with my cohort and such. And it's just very I love the different perspectives. I really do. Um and like it's been shared, it's as we continue through these holiday seasons or whatever, and these times of transformation, there are rest periods. There are times that there is a quality of going inward, and so from there we get to pour out from like a deeper center. And I think that in this time, it's just really great to be able to continue to honor where we're at and where we're headed and the consistencies that we've been working on, and not necessarily overwhelm ourselves with all these ideas of all these things that we have to do, right? We're not going for the overwhelm, but just like resting in that gratitude of what we've built for ourselves, of that alignment piece that we've taken, initiative in, and then continuing to pour out in the areas that are reciprocated for us and that feed us back. And I just love that it was like today, also too, just thinking about going into this new time, we're going to go back to school for me and my kid. And it feels like, even saying that right now, it's like, ooh, it kind of takes my breath a little bit, because there is that go, 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 go. But it's like, what are the choices and the things that I get to hold sacred that we've been working on, that I get to continue to carry forward, so that I'm not picking all that up, because I've worked so hard to honor where I'm at. And I know that's for a lot of us out there. So I just think it's so beautiful to be able to take that time and that rest and find that actualization for ourselves, and then take small actions consistently to build ourselves in a healthy way towards where we're headed.
And one of the things I love to always tell clients is it true for me? It doesn't matter if I'm saying it, the astrology saying it, the Bible saying it, your friends are saying it, social media is saying it. Is that true for you? So whatever you want to practice, whatever you want to either initiate or downregulate today, just make sure that it honors you, that it's actually your choice.
Yes.
About your body, your life, what feels good to you, not a prescription from anyone else. But if you're hearing something, what if you hear from the fence? Does that sound fun? Does that sound nurturing? Does that feel good to my nervous system? And from that space, as you shift into 2026, or if you're already there, how do you want to start this? It is a cycle that is ending 2025, and we're going into a 1 year. So the beginning, that new energy, that possibilities, and even with that energy, how can you nurture yourself? How can you stay regulated your nervous system? How can you nourish your body? What movement is your body asking for? And even if you have like a personal prescription, that can even change from day to day. Also. So don't necessarily lock in to, okay, this is my 90-day thing that I'm doing every single day, and I'm going to check the boxes and all of that, because that may not serve you in the body that day. So just always be in the question and ask, okay, this is true for me today, and what's nurturing to me today, and what is the energy forward, and in a way that is great.
No, I love that. And it's like, you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to say no. that is a whole complete sentence. You know what I mean? You are allowed to take care of yourself. And I think that is a continued learning, because so often we've been told exactly how to do and what's safe and all these things. And gosh, I can't even tell you, when me and Onyx just moved into our home, and I'm like, he's getting loud. You put on, we're dancing and playing the music and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, it's too loud. It's too loud. And for who? For who? It was like I'm honoring these parental rules that aren't even mine, and it's in our home. And this was a while ago, but it's funny to me to like be able to allow myself these to do what I want, to play and to have fun, or to explore and get curious or make some mistakes. That's how we learn, or how I learn anyways. I know I make a lot of mistakes, but I just love that opportunity of continuing to meet ourselves and not being rigid and hard, and yeah, just allowing ourselves to continue to meet ourselves in that curiosity so that we can continue our adventure on our journey and keep it fun.
So however you are honoring for yourself the ending of 2025 and going into 2026, we just want to bless you and wish you the most magic and beautiful blessing. And we are looking forward to serving you in 2026 and bringing in that divine energy of
Yeah.
really wants to permeate the energy of what we are all creating, both individually and community, and we're really excited.
Yes, and just like a last little add-on of that, of just like some things that I've done, or just being able to get creative in that letting go, right? You can just like open all your doors and windows and light some incense, and you can set intentions. You can get incredibly creative with it. You don't have to do all that. You can just like, make your heart a promise, journaling. There's like so many different ways of being creative in it. And if you just find little practices that you can start building habits around, it creates and it invites a healing for you too. So I look forward to that for you. And I hope that you all bring in the year in a way that, again, just like honors you and gives you that full body yes, resounding yeses.
I love that. Because I had a plan.
Oh, that's so funny, Leva. Plan.
I'm working on a new website, and I was like, it'd be awesome to bring it in for the first, so on the 31st, things like that. And then I got to today, and it was like, actually, that doesn't feel resonant to be working right now. It just, the energy was not there, so I honored that. And grocery shopping, and it was like, okay, what does feel good? And it was like, okay, change the bedding, clean the bed, wash the bedding, wash the clothes, so there's new energy going into 2026. As Mary said, I was with Kinson's. I have the diffuser going with essential oils in the house. And again, and that's what. And again, that was different than the plan I had last night. And okay, I was willing to let that go. And it feels really good. It's like, okay, this feels very nurturing. And we'll see what the rest of the day brings and how this transition period ends. But it's really exciting, all of us. And, if you would like to leave a comment on how you are either ending 2025 or starting 2026, and maybe what practices or what things you want to attend.
Ooh, or favorite meals, maybe. I know.
Favorite pistachio latte. Yes, all the things. So
just bring it.
Exactly. Whatever your heart wants to share, we would love to hear it. And we look forward to, as I said, seeing you in 2026.
Yes, have a beautiful rest of your day.